What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Me and my friend JD, who you will see later in this episode, we are going to go climb a mountain. So let's check it out. Guys, I am exhausted. I would say about 50 meters, then we're up. But I reckon this is as far as we go today. So I'll catch you inside. I've been in New Orleans. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. That was intense, I'm not gonna lie. But today we are gonna talk about the top 10 underrated villains. Now, this is my personal opinion. Like, other people can think differently. I mean, this is just my personal opinion. So first off, we are gonna look at Cheetah. Now, Cheetah is she is known as the arch nemesis of Wonder Woman. Now, what makes her so dangerous is, I mean, first of all, she is not afraid to fight. She goes toe to toe in battle with Wonder Woman. And if she does manage to get her claws out and she scratches you, she can actually start making you hallucinate as well. There was a scene where Wonder Woman was fighting civilians, fighting policemen, because she actually thought that she was fighting a whole bunch of cheetahs in somehow. But I mean, she has super strength and she's super fast. So she's part of the Legion of Doom. She's part of the Injustice. So she's pretty badass. Coming up at number 2, we have Electro. Now, this is one of Spider-Man's nemesis, or one of his villains that we read about. Now, he's one of my kind of a favorite, if I want to say that. Now, we saw him, man, it just went dark. We saw him in The Amazing Spider-Man, where he was played by Jamie Foxx, and I was a bit disappointed in it, even though Jamie Foxx did excellent. But I mean, Electro can fly. He's got super strength. He's got the ability to absorb energy, to blast it out. And yes, you do see it in the movie, but I just feel like that's like a super villain. I mean, this guy can literally drain you and set you on fire, and yeah, he is pretty badass. Then next up, we have Black Manta. Now, we are gonna see him in the new Aquaman movie. I hope so. And if I don't know this already, I can be wrong. But I think he's gonna be in the Aquaman movie, and he is badass because he's basically like a evil Aquaman. I mean, Black Manta killed Aquaman's son. Now, check my previous video on Aquaman. I'll leave the link up below. But if you see how strong Aquaman is and you're willing to go as far to kill his son, I mean, you gotta have balls of steel. Like, that's quite intense. So Black Manta is definitely one that I think is underrated. We have Carnage. So with Venom so close to us, Venom is actually the offspring, Carnage is the offspring of Venom. So what happened was, I mean, we see the new movie coming out of Venom. You can see he's badass, he's strong, he's fearsome, and Carnage is basically Venom on steroids. He's basically triple that, quadruple that. He's crazy. His only purpose in life is just to kill, destroy, and just to cause mayhem. So, I mean, a lot of people, as soon as you think of an evil Spider-Man, everybody straight away thinks of Venom. They think of this black Spider-Man. But actually, one that is worse and stronger than Venom is Carnage. This Black Mask, who we will see in the Birds of Prey series coming out now. Now, Black Mask, or Roman Sinus, he is a troubled man, let me tell you that. I mean, as a kid or as a baby, he was actually dropped on his head, no jokes. So his parents was actually, they felt more for their money and their high society social status than what they did for their kid. So after the doctor carelessly dropped him on his head, they actually paid him to not tell anyone. I mean, years after when Roman grew up, as a little boy, he got attacked by a rabid raccoon. I mean, this guy didn't have luck. So basically this made him lose his mind. He became a supervillain. Now the Black Mask, that is his actual power. So he's like a crime lord, like a drug dealer, like a natural villain. I mean, he's a badass, but he uses his Black Mask to mind control people. So he will actually use masks on his henchmen, on his people that work for him, and that's how he controls them. A lot of times in the comics we see how the Black Mask actually takes masks, like toxic masks, and put it on victims, and that's how they are killed. I mean, very similar to the Joker. You know, he uses like toxins and those kind of things. This is basically Joker. He's just not as clever, and I reckon that's why he's probably underrated. But I mean, he's a badass with some issues. Talia al Ghul, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. Now, the reason why I think she is underrated, in my opinion, is, I mean, she has the ability, or she is at one stage controlling, or she's the head of the League of Assassins. So the army that she has behind her, that makes her a very scary opponent to deal with. I mean, she in certain places has Batman around the pinky because he fell in love with her. And I mean, Talia al Ghul is the wife, sorry, not the wife, is the mother to Batman's son, Damian Wayne, who is Robin. So I mean, she has a lot of pull, and if you can like influence Batman to do stuff, that's that's intense. Anyway, next up we have Thunderbolt Ross. Now, if that doesn't sound familiar, he is also known as the Red Hulk. Yes, that is correct. So the Red Hulk is basically what we would like to see in our normal Green Hulk in Bruce Banner. The Red Hulk, he is a military sergeant, or he's a leader in the military as well. So he has all these military background, if I can put it that way. So the Red Hulk is essentially as strong, as fast, as angry, not as angry, but he is essentially the Green Hulk, but the only difference is he can still think while he is in Hulk form. So this is Hulk, but with a brain, so he just doesn't want to smash everything. He can actually think, so that's what makes him super dangerous. Then this is a surprising one, even though we think we know her or love her, but actually in my opinion is Black Widow. So we are getting a standalone movie of Black Widow later on in next year or 2020. But I mean, come on, this is Black Widow we're talking about. We see her in all of the movies, played by Scarlett Johansson. Now, Black Widow essentially was not a superhero. She was always a villain. She used to work for Hydra. That's where Captain America and Hawkeye, they essentially fought her, and she was always smarter than them. She always outfought them, outsmarted them, and I mean, she's always been able to beat Hawkeye himself. So I think she's an underrated villain because we know her as the superhero. Adam. So Black Adam is a nemesis of Shazam. Billy Batson, check the video out. But he is a nemesis of Shazam. Now, Black Adam is essentially Shazam. They've got exactly the same powers. They can do exactly the same things. I mean, it's the same wizard who gave Billy Batson Shazam his powers that gave the powers to Black Adam. I mean, it's exactly the same. The only thing is he was corrupted. Now, Black Adam was born in like the early 1200s or something like that. So the difference between the two characters is, one, you've got a teenage boy, Shazam, that has all these, or Billy Batson, that has the powers of Shazam, all these Greek gods. And on Black Adam's side is you've got somebody that's like thousands of years old. So, I mean, he's got the knowledge, he's been around the block. So essentially, it's an evil Shazam. Lady Deathstrike. Now, we know her from the 2004's X-Men 2, where she was the lady with all the Wolverine fingers, if I can put it that way. So to give a bit backstory on her, her father was actually the person who created the adamantium that is basically was forced onto Wolverine in the Weapon X program, which basically gave him the claws. So she actually did that willingly to herself, to get adamantium into her body, into her skeletons, so that she has the same abilities. So technically she has the same abilities than Wolverine does. The only thing is, she's not Wolverine. I mean, Wolverine's a different type of badass, and we're not going to touch on that. But she is very underrated, because if you think of X-Men's, if you think of their villains, you think of Magneto, you think of Mystique, all these people that the TV or the movies made popular. But she is a hard foe. I mean, IGN ranks her as like the 78th most popular villain. Not popular, but strong. So if you put it that way, it doesn't sound badass, but I mean, she is quite badass. Then coming up last is William Stryker. Now, William Stryker, we saw in some of the X-Men movies. He's actually the one who may have been involved in the Weapon X program, but anyway, he's got so much influence, and he is the reason why they started, or everybody started killing the mutants, is because he was behind that. So I mean, he's technically wiped out so many mutants. So if you think of people that kills mutants, you think of all these villains, but everybody forgets about William Stryker, and he's behind everything. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Sorry that I was gone for like 2 weeks. It was a crazy 2 weeks, but I'm back on track. I'm gonna launch a anime segment as well, working alongside with one of my friends. Guys, please hit like, subscribe, let me know down in the comment section who you think is underrated. Were I wrong with my top 10? Let me know. And as always, guys, I will see you guys next time. Peace!